on noble morals. And as you know, morals, akhlaq, is something essential in Islam. Introduction, why does dua? Dua, noble morals, explanation. So we are going to talk about the importance of this Sahifa Sajjadiyya. It is a collective of Imam Sajjad's du'as, and it's included all the Islamic concepts. It is not just a dua, oh God, please do this and that for me. No, there are some like essential and profound Islamic conceptions in these du'as, and we will see. Is it authentic or not? Yes, it is authentic. Is it narrated by Imam Sajjad? It is not, made by some scholars. Yes, it is by Imam Sajjad, alayhi salam. Now, why dua is important? Dua is important. One of the narrations by the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he says, الدعاء سلاح المؤمن وعمود الدين ونور السماوات والأرض. So the Prophet ﷺ says supplication is the weapon of the believers, the pillar of religion, and the light of the heavens and the earth. Another narration by the Prophet, he says, الدعاء نصف العباد ولا يهلك مع الدعاء أحد. The Prophet ﷺ said, supplication is the essence of worship, and no one who supplicates will be destroyed or vanished, which means that he will be survived, inshallah. He will get what he asks Allah for. Now, why we talk about makarim al-akhlaq, the moral, noble morals? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described his Prophet in the Quran. He said, وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَىٰ خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ. He didn't say you have great patience, great taqwa. He says you have great morals. Okay? When one of the messenger's wives was asked about the Prophet's akhlaq, morals, she says, كَانَ خُلُقُهُ الْقُرْآنِ. كان خلقه القرآن. What Quran required, the Prophet ﷺ, he represented the Quranic morals. This is the first part we are going to cover tonight. It starts with Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. There are chapters in the dua. Each chapter will start with Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. وبلغ بإيماني أكمل الإيمان واجعل يقيني أفضل اليقين وانتهي بنيتي إلى أحسن النيات وبعملي إلى أحسن الأعمال. If you noticed, Imam Sajjad alayhi salam didn't talk about morals at the beginning. He talked about the basics behind the morals. Okay? He started with faith, with Iman. And he says, and cause my faith to reach the most perfect faith. Because with most perfect faith means that you are going to have perfect akhlaq and morals. And make my certainty the most excellent certainty. Why is that? We will explain that. Because faith based on certainty. Without certainty, there are bad consequences. وَاجْعَلْ يَقِينِي أَفْضَلَ الْيَقِينِ. Then about it is your intention. And complete my intention through your gentleness. The best of intentions. Why do I come to the mosque? Because I'm the sheikh and I have to come. Okay? And I have to be on time. Otherwise people are going to criticize me. So is this my intention? If this is my intention, Allah will not reward me for that. I am one of the executive members and I have to be in the mosque. Otherwise, who is going to show up? If this is your intention, it's not enough. وَبِعَمَلِي إِلَىٰ أَحْسَنِ الْأَعْمَالِ, and my work, my deeds, to the best of works. So these are the first four sentences of the dua. Let's see why it is important to have strong faith. As if these are the four pillars of the akhlaq or morals. Faith is not one level. There are different levels. Okay? As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّكَ كَادِحٌ إِلَىٰ رَبِّكَ كَدْحًا فَمُلَاقِيهِ. O man, surely you must strive to attain your Lord. The hard striving until you meet Him. How come? With a stronger faith. You can increase your faith. And some people will increase their faith by praying, fasting, reciting the Quran, some of them by contemplating, some of them by science, and so on and so forth. So let's see who has faith. These are some of the narrations, characteristics of a true believer. The Prophet ﷺ said, Ali Husseini, you are old enough to listen and to follow up with us. And Ali, also you are not young. And Amir, you need to learn. Okay. So this is one of the signs of a believer. I like this hadith. من ساءته سيئته وسرته حسنته فهو مؤمن. Imagine, just think about it for a second. The Prophet ﷺ said, he whose good deeds pleases him and whose sins upsets him is indeed a believer. So this is a good sign or characteristic. Also, another narration, the Prophet ﷺ says, أفضل الإيمان أن تعلم أن الله معك حيثما كنت. And this is very nice too. The best kind of belief when you feel, when you know that Allah is with you wherever you go. Okay? Just look at these two narrations. These two narrations represent the meaning of faith. When Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam was asked, did you see your Lord? He said, of course, but it's not by my eyes. It's by my aql, my intellect. Sure. Niyyah. When we talk about intention, this is the second pillar of this dua. Again, morals based on faith, intention, and certainty, and then deeds. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says to Abu Dhar, لِيَكُنْ لَكَ فِي كُلِّ شَيْءٍ نِيَّةٌ صَالِحَةٌ حَتَّى فِي النَّوْمِ وَالْأَكْلِ. O Abu Dhar, you should have a righteous intention in everything you do. Not just in salat, song, come to the mosque, reciting Quran, but even in sleeping and eating. It should be for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When we talk about deeds, that is still the certainty. Yes. So this is about certainty. I think we just read this narration, which is very important. Now, talking about intention. There is a man was a martyr during the time of the Prophet. He was called Shahidul Himar. Okay? Brother Mohsen, what's the meaning of Shahidul Himar? I know you know Arabic.
A dumb shaheed, a dumb martyr.
A donkey martyr, okay?
I never use that word.
He became, no, it is Shahid al-Himar. It means he became a martyr because of his donkey. So he was killed, and people started to praise him. Then the Prophet said, yes, he is a martyr, but for his donkey. Okay? Imagine that. So he didn't do this for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or to defend Islam. So his intention is not purified or perfect. Some Muslims were unable to fight alongside the Prophet in the Battle of Tabuk. So they came to him, they begged him, please, we are so poor. We cannot afford a ride to go. Give us anything to ride. He said, I don't have. You have to provide it yourself. Some of them, they said, please, Prophet, I need sandal. Imagine, they don't have, but they wanted to participate. He said, I don't have. You have to provide it yourself. Then they missed the opportunity of this battlefield. But the Prophet said, those who wanted to come with us, but they couldn't, they will be counted with us. Okay, and they will get the same reward. Why? Because of their intention. At the same time, physically, some so-called Muslims, so-called companions of the Prophet, they were with the Prophet himself. But they were hypocrites. They will not be counted. Why? Their intention wasn't for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In other narrations, they said, some Muslims from people of Medina, they said, let's join the group of Imam Ali alayhi salam. Why? Because as you know, Imam Ali alayhi salam was so brave, so we can gain something. So they didn't want to fight for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but to gain something. So their intention will not be valid. Deeds, when we talk about deeds, what is the best deeds? Okay? I see some people are struggling to continue to wake up. So, well, they have to be here. Okay, that's nice. Maybe they will be counted like this. أفضل الأعمال أحمزها. As the Prophet ﷺ said, the best of these deeds is the most difficult of them. It's so hard for me. But I will do it. I'll try to do it. Also, it is about being consistent. When you do something, try to continue doing it. عنه صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم أفضل العمل أدومه وإن قل. The best of these is that which is most regular, even if it be something small, but with consistency you do it. Recite half page, recite 1 page. It's great. Just continue doing that. So, with sincerity, of course, as the Prophet or Imam Ali alayhi salam said, أفضل العمل ما أريد به وجه الله. The best of deeds when you do it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Your objective is Allah's pleasure. And also, أفضل الأعمال لزوم الحق. Adherence to the truth. Imam Ali alayhi salam said, the best of deeds is adherence to the truth. Everyone abandoned you. Why? Because you said something right. So, you will, or shaitan will whisper to you, some people will whisper to you, look at yourself. You are the only one who is doing this. Yes, I am following the truth. I am adherent to the truth. Yes, it is one of the best deeds. So, brothers, these are some of the details about why this dua of Makarim al-Akhlaq, okay, started with faith, certainty, intention, deeds. It's not just about what to do. No. Based on these pillars. One of the good deeds, when you are going to do what? To create happiness, to bring happiness to your friend, to a brother or a sister in Iman or in faith, or to a Muslim too. Or by driving away his hunger, or by relieving him of his distress. This is one of the great deeds, brothers and sisters. And it is also representing great morals. Any questions?
Yes.
Yes, brother.
If you go back 1 page, it says أحسن الأعمال لزوم الحق
أفضل الأعمال لزوم الحق. Yes.
The other one says, at least if I'm not mistaken, أفضل الأعمال وجوب الحق. What's the difference between اللزوم الحق or وجوب الحق?
لزوم الحق, you need to stick with the truth. Like you know the truth.
Yeah.
Or وجوب الحق means that you have to, if I'm going to translate it literally, وجوب from يجب. It means you have to be with the truth or follow the truth. But now you know the truth, you know it's so hard, and you may quit. But if you continue, so this is one of the best means. Any questions? Okay, so inshallah next week we are going to continue this, and maybe we can also focus about some of the topics you suggested. Okay, now a little bit about مقدمات الصلاة. I know you are kind of tired tonight, some of you are sleepy, and that's fine. So this is one of the best needs, because it's hard for you. أفضل الأعمال أحمسها. If you are struggling to wake up. Okay, so مقدمات الصلاة, as you know, dear brothers and sisters, we have some of these which is very, very important. Why Salat is important? The Prophet ﷺ said, Salat is the light of my eyes. He didn't say anything else. He said Salat. He didn't say Psalm or reciting Quran or whatever. He said Salat. So look at the importance of Salat. And has made a prayer as beloved to me as food is to a hungry man, and water to a thirsty man. The hungry man, however, will be like satisfied when he eats, and the thirsty man will be quenched when he drinks. But I can never be sated by my prayer. So Salat is so essential and important. And please, when you teach your kids or children Salat, don't make it just a routine. Tell them about the importance of Salat. Now, introduction of Salat prayers, what we need to provide or to know before we pray. Number 1 is time. 2 is Qibla. 3, Taharat or cleanliness. 4, the place of Salat. 5 is your dress, your clothes. We talk about Salat time. We have 3 important times, which is mentioned in Quran. I didn't want to confuse you with the ayah, but it is أقم الصلاة لدلوك الشمس إلى غسق الليل وقرآن الفجر إن قرآن الفجر كان مشهودا. Good job, مشهودا. أقم الصلاة لدلوك الشمس إلى غسق الليل. What does it mean? دلوك الشمس, when the sun, when it is in the middle, okay, when it's inclined towards the west a little bit, now it is time of Salat al-Dhuhr and Asr. Okay, when the sun sets, and after the disappearance of the eastern redness, so it is the time of Salat al-Maghrib and Isha. When Fajr time, when Fajr starts, it is time of Salat al-Fajr. The time for Dhuhr and Asr prayer is from when the sun starts declining at midday till sunset. The first 10 minutes, is it for Dhuhr or Asr or for Dhuhr?
First 10 minutes of
What's the question, Marana, again?
The first 10 minutes when Salat al-Dhuhr is due, okay? Is it for Dhuhr or only, or for Asr only, or for both of them?
both.
Both.
Okay. The first time or part, how does it take for Salat al-Dhuhr and Asr? 10 minutes? 5 minutes? Depends on how fast you are going to pray.
Some people they abbreviate Salat al-Dhuhr.
Okay, so let's say 6 minutes. 6 minutes. It is only for Salat al-Dhuhr. You cannot pray Salat al-Asr. The first time is supposedly for Salat al-Dhuhr. The last time, the last 6 minutes before sunset, is only for, and what is in between is for both of them. Now, if you prayed al-Asr, you were so busy and say, Allahu Akbar, before praying Salat al-Dhuhr, and you are done. What about this Salah? Is it valid or invalid?
Valid.
Valid? Good job. It's valid. Why? Because you didn't do that intentionally. We are supposed to pray Dhuhr first, Asr second. But if you do it intentionally to switch, it's invalid. But you forgot. You didn't do it intentionally. You were so busy, confused. You thought that you already prayed Salat al-Dhuhr, then you pray Salat al-Asr, so it's going to be valid and counted. Then, you do what? Oh. Okay. What if before time, you started praying Salat al-Dhuhr?
Intentionally or intentionally?
Good job. Let's go with the first, possibility. Intentional.
Yes.
By
It
how?
is
By how?
invalid. You can't. But let's say you don't know and you started the salat.
It's better to redo it.
Is it going to be counted or not?
No.
Good job. It's not going to be counted. Okay, let's read. And if before that time a person offers complete Asr prayer before Dhuhr prayer, by mistake, his prayer is valid, as we just said. But, as a recommended precaution, he should treat the namaz as Dhuhr and should offer 4 more rak'ats of prayers with the intention of relieving oneself of responsibility. What we say, bara'atul dhimma, or is ala ma fi ad-dhimma. Okay? So, this is how you should do it. Let's go to, as we just mentioned, salat must be performed in order. And as it is prescribed. If a person intentionally offers Asr prayer earlier than Dhuhr prayer, his prayer is invalid, void. It's not going to be counted. If a person by mistake offered Asr prayer before Dhuhr prayer, his prayer is valid. If he remembered before finishing it, now I'm praying Asr and I forgot I didn't pray Dhuhr, but then I remember during the prayer.
Change the intention.
Change your meaning.
Good. So switch it to Dhuhr prayer. Change your intention. They will say, يَعْدِلْ بِصَلَاتِهِ. Okay? If he remembered after finishing it, what should he do? As a precaution, he should treat that prayer as Dhuhr and should offer 4 rak'ah lima fi dhimma. Okay, can I delay my prayers intentionally until sunset? Sunsets? Until sunsets? Dhuhr and Asr, can I delay my prayers?
No.
Intentionally.
No.
What if someone is busy? Let's say I had an appointment. Okay, you know that dentist or dental appointments will take more time, and then I need to drive for 45 minutes, and because of the it's so crowded and we have traffic, so it is 1 hour, so I missed it.
But I hear there's a couple of times, the center of time you can delay when you are traveling, when you are in the bathroom, and
No, what I am saying that you had the chance to pray, okay?
You intentionally delayed it.
But you intentionally delayed that prayer. My laziness, okay, I can cut it up, I can do this, that, but I didn't. So what should I do? How do you count?
أي إصرار ويل للمصلين الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون.
No. Don't be so lazy. Okay? You can have some time. Let's say I have finished my dental appointment. What should you do? I have only 1 hour. And I know if I'm going to drive home, I'm going to miss my salah. What are you going to do?
Right there.
Right there.
Good job. Or you can search GPS, find a mosque, and alhamdulillah, Sunni mosques are always open, and you can go there and pray. So you have no excuse. You can't pray outside. You need to have your sajjada with you all the time. Okay? And you can perform a salah. So it is forbidden. The same thing with Salatul Maghrib. Same thing with Salatul Fajr. You cannot delay it intentionally.
مولانا يؤثم علينا؟
Yes.
يعني حتى لو قضاء عندنا قضاء يؤثم علينا؟
Unless he will repent. He will be sorry for that. As at the beginning we mentioned this hadith. Who are those who will be considered as believers?
Upset when they do something wrong.
من سرته حسنته وساءته سيئته فهو مؤمن.
This is
Because he committed a sin when he delayed them. Of course, he needs to do what? To make it up, do the Allah, and also to feel sorry and repent to Allah. And not to be lazy. And this is important, brother. Why we are saying this? Because sometimes, if you have a headache, okay, you will take, ibuprofen or whatever. So you didn't solve the real problem. It's just the results. Maybe you have infection in your ears, in your teeth, and so on and so forth. So you need to go to the doctor. So the same thing. Why I delay my prayers? I need to understand the meaning of prayers. It's not just a routine deed. I do it every day, and it is meaningless. No, it's so essential and important.
يعني even if we pray, let's say 10 minutes before dusk.
Yes.
If we pray 10 minutes before dusk,
That's fine.
okay, that's fine.
Even 10 minutes.
We did not pray on time.
Yes.
Took them,
No. You're gonna miss.
but the reward.
You're gonna miss the best. Yeah, the best reward. There, I have heard about this. There is Salatul Jama'ah in one of the cities in Iran. And this sheikh or imam, he is going to pray Salatul Fajr 15 minutes, only 15 minutes before sunrise. Not at the beginning. Because people, they just want to go to their work and they will go and join prayers and
Before
then
sunrise, Mulana, is it? Before sunrise?
before sunrise, yes. It is during Fajr time, but it is 15 minutes before sunrise.
Oh, okay.
But still it is. Okay. In normal circumstances, the prescribed time for Maghrib and Isha prayer is from sunset till midnight. We have some questions. But if forgetfulness, oversleeping, and similar usual situations prevent one from performing the prayers till midnight, then for them the time will continue till Fajr sets in. This is the first situation. However, if the time left over is just enough for Isha prayer to be offered with time, then Isha will precede Maghrib prayers. That's what we mentioned at the beginning. Each common time, when you pray two salah, the first time of salah is for the first salah. the last time of the second salah is only for the second salah. So it is only for Isha. So you pray Isha before Maghrib and then you pray Maghrib. Qadha, or make it. Can I pray before sun sets or before the disappearance of the eastern brightness? Okay. Alright, what if you don't see it? If the sun is not like, let's say it is not on the ocean, you can see it, it is like hidden by mountains, by trees, by buildings. What should you do? You have to have precaution. Yes, Najib?
Go somewhere else.
What?
Go somewhere else.
Go
Okay.
somewhere else.
Go somewhere else? No, you don't. You can't go somewhere else. Somewhere else. You need just to have precaution and wait a little bit until you make sure that salat time is due. Okay. If a person offers Isha prayer before Maghrib prayers by mistake and takes notice of this before the ruku of the 4th unit rak'ah, then he changes his intention to Maghrib prayers. Okay? I am praying Salat Isha, Allahu Akbar, finish first rak'ah, second, third rak'ah. I'm in the third rak'ah, I'm reciting then I remember I didn't pray Salat al-Maghrib. What should I do?
Change your intention.
Change your intention. What if I already went to the ruku? Sorry, of the 4th rak'ah, not 3rd rak'ah, of the 4th rak'ah. If I went to the ruku, should I continue or my salat is invalid or what? Okay. So just continue and then it's going to be valid salat. And you need to perform Maghrib after Salat Isha.
They have to, in this case, you can do Salat Isha. It never happens anyway. Does people do these things now?
You know why do we have these conditions? Because people did it. One time, let me tell you this story. One time, I have a friend of mine, he was saying that I was reading the Masail, Sayyid al-Khoury. All days, most people, they follow Sayyid al-Khoury and some people still do. He says, if you started your salat, Allahu Akbar, and then you forgot to recite Al-Fatiha and Qul Huwallahu Ahad, and you went to the ruku immediately, you are so busy, you are in a hurry, okay? You don't want to miss the bus or someone is waiting for you. Allahu Akbar. Subhana Rabbiyal Azim. What should you do?
Stand up to
Continue your salah. Finish it up. And do what? It is a precaution. Do sajdatay. You know why? Because reciting Al-Fatiha and the other short surahs is not one of the Arkan Salat, essential parts of Salat. You missed it, you forgot it. He was reading that and he said, really? Who is going to do this? And he said, SubhanAllah, one day I was in a hurry and I don't want to miss the bus and I have done this. So brother, all these conditions happened and people started to ask. Okay? If a person in normal circumstances does not offer Maghrib or Isha prayers till after midnight, what should he do? He should, and an obligatory precaution, offer the prayers in question before the dawn prayers, before Fajr prayers.
No.
Without making any of Ada or Qada. Is lima fi dhimma.
Now it depends on the marja that you emulate.
Yes.
It depends on the marja or you emulate. At السيد السيستاني الله يطول عمره مثلا الساعة 12 بيقول لك استمدنا. After 12 o'clock, then the qada starts.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. I think,
So this is the Masal of Sayyid Sistani.
okay.
He says you just do it, Maghrib and Isha.
Even after
It's
the
not
Of
Qada.
course.
Yes. Or Qada. تسليمات الذمة.
يعني مش قضاء يعني. لا مش قضاء.
Happened one time I fell asleep at Asr time and woke up at 1 o'clock after midnight. So I prayed after alone.
You also
Okay.
Allah hasn't used it.
I know. I was lucky.
So we exceeded 15 minutes. Do you want me to continue or?
Yes.
So, with all this masail that you're saying, at any time you could actually break the prayer and start all over again, correct?
You can break up your
I
prayer
mean,
and
second
start from-
account, I don't know if I did the first account or not, I should just start all over.
Okay, so you are asking something different because
Yes.
we are talking about the night. Now, if, let's say you don't know which rak'ah is this. It depends on where are you at. The
No.
first, second, third. What do you mean?
No, what you just said, the masalah before this is said, I go to ruku and I remember I didn't do qira'ah.
Okay. Going to ruku before reciting Surah Al-Fatiha and the short
I
surah,
could
right?
always do,
Yeah, you can break it up, but it is not recommended. You shouldn't do it.
it's better not to.
It is better not to. Just to
في
confirm.
رواية عن الإمام الصادق ما
Because if there is like, a way to fix the salat, fix it, okay? If you don't have any way to
Or you
fix
don't
it,
know how to fix it.
like, okay, you don't know how to fix it, just continue, okay? Because you don't know, maybe
Why
it's right.
is not recommended to break salah? Why?
Because there is no reason for that. Because there are certain circumstances that you have the right to break up your salat.
Isn't after انك تعيد you start over the prayer
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not put burdens
No, it's
upon
not
you.
Allah, no.
هذا الشهادة.
That's why Allah wanted you to,
Make things easy for you.
just focus, concentrate more. That's it. And because there are some solutions for them. Okay? How do you know that the real Fajr time or Fajr time is starting? There are two kinds of Fajr or dawn. Okay? Scientifically, if this is the horizon, sun is here, right? It's going to go up. They have different opinions about it, either 18 degrees behind the horizon or 15 or maybe less, 14. It depends on some scientists. And also based on some different ulama opinions. Because when I was in Iraq, and during, there was Sayyid, one of the representatives of Sayyid al-Khoury. So he said Salatul Fajr, like he prays Salatul Fajr 10 minutes before others. He said, I checked it myself, and I am certain about it. I used to go outside to the desert, like for years, and then I would check it out, and then I have my own calendar. So it starts 10 minutes before the regular time. Okay? So, this is the horizon, sun is here, comes up. So there are two lights. The first one is horizontal like this, so this is the fake Fajr. The second one is going to be like this. This is the true Fajr. When you see the light is going horizontally up, so this is the true Fajr. And they said these days, there is no, even if you go to the desert, so you're not going to see the dawn like, as it was before. Maybe if you are in the Navy, because, there are lights everywhere.
Okay.
It's going to affect your vision. Anyway.
The United States is very easy. Just see what time the sunrise and go an hour and 10 minutes before that.
Yeah, you can
An hour and 10 minutes.
calculate it perfectly.
Fajr time is from Fajr to sunrise. When I was traveling, so I took the window seat and I was watching. And also there is a screen in front of me for Fajr. So I didn't sleep. I managed not to sleep for 4 or 5 hours until I see the dawn started. Like I see it, it's two colors.
You got like 10 minutes.
Okay, it is only for 10-15 minutes, and then you will see the sunrise. Okay?
Fly with Sheikhana, what's
So then I just went to pray and finished 2 rakats.
Which airline you flew with?
Qatariya.
Yes.
Well, in their screen, actually, they have that. Per second, it tells you how
Yeah.
long before Fajr at the moment that you are.
Yeah, but I was watching both of them.
MashaAllah.
Beautiful.
And let's go to the.
We'll tell you next week, madam.
Huh?
We'll tell you next week if you have any questions.
Yes. Okay, we will continue next week.
Okay,
Any
question,
questions?
madam.
Yes,
One
go ahead.
question. I was going to ask you from the beginning. You said that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, إن الله حبب إلي الصلاة. صح؟
Yes.
يعني كيف يعني طب نحن الأمة يعني ليش ما جعل محبة الصلاة فينا؟
Okay.
ليش لرسول الله؟ لأنه أكيد هو يعني رسول أكيد.
Okay, this is a good question. So if we read the narration, جعل الله جل ثناؤه قرة عيني في الصلاة. Okay. So, do you think that it is like by force Allah did that to him?
No. The Rahman.
It is not by force, it is not out of Allah's mercy only, it is because He knows the importance of Salat. He knows the impact of Salat. So, I'm going to say this. One of my teachers, he said, you know, for self-building, all of us need this to improve ourselves, to empower our inner will. What is the best way to do it? The Salat. And because Salat, it has been prescribed for 5 Salat on 3 times, right? We have 3 times and 5 Salat. It's supposed to be daily Salat. It's not like fasting once a year, right? It is not like Hajj. Maybe it is one time, or maybe you cannot get it, right? It is not financial, like, you know, obligation like khums or zakat. When you have, you pay, you don't have. No, everyone can do Salat. Poor, rich, sick, healthy, young, old, all of them. Because Salat is from Salah. Salat means the connection between you and God. So Salat always, when you will be disconnected from this worldly life, and you know that Allah is able to heal all your pain and problems. So we need this kind of a break. You know, when you watch basketball, do you watch basketball? Do you watch?
No.
Okay, any game? Do you watch?
Huh?
Do you watch any game?
Sometimes. Games.
Game, like, you know, like basketball
Soccer.
season,
Do you
football
watch any
season,
I'm not into games.
baseball, whatever. So they will have timeout, right? For what?
Take a break.
Take a break? No.
No, to build themselves up. Talk about something.
Recess. What's going on?
To correct them, to tell them about their mistakes. Salat plays the same important role in our life. Always bring us back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The best time that you want Allah to answer your dua is Salat time. It's easy. Allah is fair, okay? Some people say, oh, you need to go to this place, that place, Hajj, Mecca, the Shrine of Imam Hussein. Yes, that's right. But not all people can afford it. But with Salat time, everyone can afford it, right? So that's why Salat it is the most important, you know, ibadah that we have. So, who knows? In this hadith, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam wanted us to know the importance of Salat. And we need to pay attention to it. And as if he is telling us, be like me. You need to enjoy Salat as I enjoy it. You know, there is a guy, a person, he was told you need to live for maybe a couple months and you are not supposed to eat. your favorite burger, Coke, certain food, and then he was struggling with a new diet. And then he called his family members. He told them, you know what? I don't care. I just want to enjoy my life, my last days, even if I'm going to die. And he did. And they took him home. After a couple of days, he passed away. So we enjoy things, right? Salat is a spiritual deed. You are not going to eat or drink or see someone. You are talking to God. He is there. He listens to you. He is taking care of you. Okay? And He is going to be there for you. Why should I seek help from anyone else while Allah, He has the ultimate power, He can help me? So this is why we need to have this kind of balance between this materialistic life and the other life. So Salat is going to create this kind of balance, not to be so attached to this world life. So maybe this is another meaning why Salat is important.
It's not an easy job.
It is not. It is a struggle.
Because sometimes we as humans, we do salah as an obligation. When
Yes.
we want to get it over with.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so but for Rasulullah, I'm not comparing mice or ourselves to Prophet Muhammad. We're just saying that, subhanAllah, he put the love of prayer in his heart. That Arahna ya Bilal.
Yes. So how much you can concentrate on Salah? 10 seconds? 20 seconds? 1 rak'ah? That's fine. Try to continue concentrating on Salah. You know, when have you read the book of Tijani? Imam today.
Oh yeah.
He said one of the reasons I converted to Shia because I was in the ship, the same room with a Shia guy.
Yeah. Sure.
And yes, and that was he had PhD in history, and he said, "Oh my God, this is a Shia guy. He's kafir." And and then it's the salat time. How can I pray? He said, "Okay, let me just pray, but I think I'll just pray for myself, or I'm going to repeat my salat." And then he said, "Oh my God, this guy prayed as if he is facing heaven and hell in front of his eyes. So he was crying. So it was the most spiritual, or one of the most spiritual salah I have seen in my life." And then questions came to my mind. It is impossible this guy is going to be kafir. So this was one of the reasons why he converted to Shia.
Sheikh, one time, I think a couple of Sundays ago, I sometimes when I'm home alone, I pray each salah at its time. Like Salah Dhuhr, by some Salah Asr. I slept and I woke up very close to Maghrib time and was making the Asr, and then in the second rak'ah or third rak'ah, I don't remember, I think the adhan came through. I continued and I remade it. This one must be a safe
You
side.
don't have it. It is okay. You don't have to do it. It is okay.
You talk for it. You talk for it.
I'm always home. Whenever I'm home by myself, I have nothing to do. I know I'm not going to get out of the house. I pray Maghrib by myself. I wait till I pray myself.
Yeah, one of the diseases that we have sometimes, we will make salat as a routine thing. It has no spirit. Something I used to it. If I don't do it, I am gonna, feel, oh, I am missing something. This is very dangerous. The whole salat, it has nothing in it. It's just words uttered by your tongue. It has no impact on your soul. It is useless. And you will get the minimum like reward from it. So that's why it's supposed to be with concentration. ليس لك من صلاتك إلا ما أقبلت عليه بقلبك. Okay, your salat is going to be counted when you are going to concentrate by your heart. So the more that you concentrate, the more rewards you will get. So it is a longer process. We need always to struggle. I asked my teacher, he is really a spiritual teacher, and he was telling us about like certain things he will make us cry. He said, you know, we will lose concentration during salat. He said, yes. You need always to struggle, you need always to try again, over and over. Don't give up.
Can we ask a masala?
Yes.
Answer this.
Yes.
In Salat al-Jama'ah, if one of the prayers in the back, you know, when you go to Sajda, you do the first Sajda, get up, the second Sajda, the person thinks it's finished, picks up his head from Sajda, but the Imam still continuing, so the guy goes back and put his head back in the Sajda.
So how many sajda did he do? 3?
So he did 3 then, right?
He's supposed to wait until the Imam will finish the second sajda.
He has to what?
He has to wait. He cannot go back.
I understand. If he goes back, what happens?
If he doesn't know, that's fine. If he knows, so it is extra sajda, so his salat is going to be invalid. He needs to redo it. Yeah.
It doesn't matter if this is Salat Jama'ah or Farad.
Yes.
Doesn't make a difference.
But he's going to be forgiven in certain conditions. Like, for example, ruku'. He's going to be forgiven. If he sees the Imam still in ruku', he's supposed to go back to ruku'.
معطينا زهراء صلوات.
Okay, thank you for your time. Thank you for listening.
Let's say
صلى على محمد وآل محمد.
let's say كنا بأول ركعة مثلا أدى المغرب مثلا.
Yes.
I can
It's the
see
same
the.
thing.
What is the same thing?
I can see the time.
Continue.
You're doing عصر.
Exactly.
Let's say المغرب أدينا السبع.
I'm your glove.
شو العصر like not knowing المغرب at 7. I'm praying and let's say let's go أول ركعة. Go to second ركعة and أدى.
Just finish it.
Should I do make it? So it doesn't matter what time you start in the salah.
Because you think that still the time is
Still in.
Yes. You started with the right time, but then you ended with the other time. That's fine.
So when time happened overseas, when it's all happened, so
Yes.
for precaution, I used to always do it.